Did you know that in your house you are being poisoned daily from things that you actually think maybe are natural? And I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to get out of your house. One of the things that I've started seeing in my life as I've gone all natural, I've created my own deodorant, I have my own toothpaste, laundry detergent, I found a farmer's market that I go and get eggs from, is that pretty much everything in your household is trying to poison you, or is poisoning you. Like, it's just the matter of fact when it comes to the United States of America, is that pretty much everything is toxic. And I didn't realize it until I started removing these things out of my household. And once you do, I'm telling you, like, I can't describe the amount of energy, just the feeling that I have daily from getting rid of all of these things. It completely changed my life. And you don't even realize it because you're like, you think it's natural. Like, you think that you're doing the right thing, and slowly but surely they start adding more of this stuff onto you. And then they put you on a pill or whatever it is. And you don't even realize that even the natural stuff is pretty messed up. First thing that I'm going to talk about is bottled water. I used to think getting bottled water every single week, I spent so much money, and I stumbled upon reverse osmosis water. I was buying like 10 gallons of, pH water, the highest end stuff, probably spending close to around maybe, I would say probably around like 30 or 40 bucks on water. And I didn't even realize that there are so many plastics in our water because they're being heated up, cooled down, heated up, cooled down, and the water is just, it's a liquid. So it's just soaking up all of these plastics that you're ingesting that. And I didn't ever realize that. I happened to stumble upon a water purifier. And if you want to know the one that I have, it is the bluevua RO UV filter 6-stage. You can find it on Amazon. It's like 450 bucks. But didn't realize that until I got rid of the bottled water, started drinking this. I always thought my nose was clogged up because I broke it when I was younger and I just needed to get the surgery and all that, which is a complete lie. I started drinking this water and something crazy happened. I started breathing so much better than I ever have. I'm talking about for probably 20 years since I broke my nose when I was 12. Started breathing amazing. And the energy I had was by far the most I've ever had. I used to have to drink like 3 cups of coffee every single day. I don't know if you can see it right now, like I'm wired. You drink this water, completely changed my life. I had so much energy. I only need to drink like a cup, maybe a half cup, and it's mostly just because I like the taste of coffee. But before it was like I needed the caffeine to just like kickstart my day. And now I don't really even need it. Like, I'm just good throughout the day. That's going to be the first thing that you need to get rid of out of your house is bottled water. Getting a reverse osmosis, and that is what I'm feeling and what I've seen is the most efficient and the best at like eliminating stuff. And this one pretty much, if you want to get the one that I have, bluevua, this is phenomenal. I'm not, obviously you can see by the viewership, I'm not really sponsored by this, but it's phenomenal. It completely changed my life. It's got a UV filter, remineralizer in the top cap. It's amazing. So that's the first thing you need to get rid of. The next thing, it's going to be pretty much almost the same exact thing, but I never realized the water that was coming out of the shower head was pretty much just as bad. And what was crazy, I ended up getting, it's called the Weddle Duo. You find that on Amazon as well. It's like $90. I never realized because every time I get out of the shower, no matter what I did, my skin would feel like it was flaky and dry, and my hair would, frizz up like crazy. And I started using a filtered shower head, not a softener, because a softener is just kind of like, it just softens the water. Something that takes out the chlorine and all the crap that's in the shower head. And once again, this stuff is so toxic for you. You got to realize that most of us, we're taking showers, we're heating the water up, it's warm, and your skin is sucking in all of those toxins that are coming out of the water, the chlorine, even if it's filtered. I understand most of ours are filtered, but it's not filtered exactly to what you need, where you still have chlorine, you still have plastics, you still have these minerals coming in through the water, and your body's soaking that in, causing you to have the dry skin or the over oily skin and all of that. And one of the things that I thought was crazy, I started noticing, I used to get native shampoo, but even still, I never really knew what the ingredients were. And I got this shower head thing, and pretty much haven't really needed to wash my hair at all. And I know what you're thinking. You're going to think that your hair's going to be greasy as heck, which most of the time when I didn't wash my hair got extremely greasy. I haven't washed my hair for a minute, and it doesn't get greasy. It feels exactly like if I had just washed it like a day ago. It's crazy, and it like completely changed the way that I thought of things. And after these two things, I started stumbling upon more things. The last one's going to be your toothpaste and your deodorant. I'm going to cap those together because these things add sugar for toothpaste, because most toothpaste has a bunch of sugar in it to make it taste the way that it's supposed to taste. Fluoride, chemicals, preservatives, all sorts of crap in your toothpaste. And I used to get the natural ones, and even that stuff has like preservatives in it, and different chemicals to make it stay on the shelf longer, and sugars so that it tastes sweet, because most of us think that we need sugar in everything. And on top of that, deodorant. And this is going to be the one final thing that I think really you need to take out of your home, because I used to get deodorant, and again, you need to understand me, try to get the most natural stuff that I could possibly imagine. But still, even when I put deodorant on, still would sweat, still would stink, and realistically nothing ever changed. Like, it didn't matter, and it was like always who I was. More so, obviously, the toothpaste, for me, it has definitely done pretty much the same exact thing that toothpaste has done, except you're not adding all those chemicals to your teeth, and my teeth don't feel as brittle. But the deodorant is the one that I really want to focus on, because I started using, if you watched my last video, coconut oil and like a 4-ingredient, natural, do-it-yourself deodorant, and I don't stink, and I've sweat a lot. Like, I live in Florida. I sweat a crazy amount, but just putting that on my armpits, it completely stops any of the stench. And I slowly started to realize something, which kind of translates to everything that's in our life, is you have lymph nodes, or you have things in your body that's trying to get rid of toxins. And what we end up doing, and in my eyes, it's kind of just the way that they have made us think, so that we can keep, paying for Medicare and, taking pills and thinking that something's wrong with us that we can't fix, even though we actually can. Your lymph nodes are under your armpit. Lymph nodes are things that get rid of the toxins in your body. Well, when you put deodorant on, your body thinks it's a toxin, so it's trying to get rid of it, and that's why you stink. That's why you smell, because it's trying to get rid of the toxins that you have just put on the place that gets rid of your toxins. Actually, sweating is your body releasing the toxins from your body, and that's why you sweat from under your armpits, because it's natural. You are supposed to get rid of the toxins from under your armpits. That's why you do that. But if you stop using deodorant, you're not going to smell anymore. And I've used this probably for a good 3 weeks. I work outside. I sweat like crazy, and I probably look like a crazy person because I'm doing that all day, every day, and I don't smell. And it just made me realize something, that when we think about, how we go about daily life, that there's so many things that, especially in the United States, that they don't tell us, that if you change this stuff, it's going to completely eradicate most of the problems that you have in your life. And it was clear and air apparent to me after I did the purification of the water, the shower, and doing the deodorant, how much energy, how I am in my 30s, but I feel like I have the same amount of energy that I had when I was like 20, like 21. And it's not like it took a long time. Like, it was within a week or so. I feel like my body has completely rebounded. I feel like I have the most energy since I was a kid. And probably even more so. Like, when I was a kid, I was sluggish too. I feel like a teenager's energy level as a 32-year-old with zero pains anymore. And it's just miraculous. And I think if you take these things out of your life, and we're going to go over more of this on this channel, it will change how you perceive what you do on a daily basis. And this is going to translate to everything in life. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. If this did help you, I'm going to be coming with the God's Own supplements. That's what this channel is for. But also a lot of nutrition advice, because slowly but surely I'm starting to figure out they're poisoning us. And it's time for us to wake up. Love you all. Peace.